The notion that the Satanic New World Order orchestrates global warming to control the population is a conspiracy theory that has gained traction in certain circles. Proponents of this idea argue that a group of powerful individuals and organizations, allegedly driven by a satanic agenda, fabricate the concept of global warming to manipulate and enslave humanity. However, a closer examination of this claim reveals a complex web of misinformation, misconceptions, and a lack of scientific understanding. At the core of this conspiracy theory lies the assumption that global warming is a hoax, and its proponents argue that climate change is a natural phenomenon that has been occurring for centuries. They claim that the current warming trend is part of a natural cycle, and that human activities have minimal impact on the environment. However, this argument is contradicted by overwhelming scientific evidence from reputable organizations such as the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change IPCC, the National Aeronautics and Space Administration NASA, and the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration NOAA. These organizations have consistently shown that human activities, particularly the emission of greenhouse gases such as carbon dioxide and methane, are significantly contributing to the current warming trend. The scientific consensus is clear: global warming is real, and it is primarily caused by human activities. The evidence for this includes rising global temperatures, melting of polar ice caps, and an increase in extreme weather events. Despite the overwhelming scientific evidence, proponents of the conspiracy theory argue that the Satanic New World Order is using global warming as a pretext to implement a range of policies aimed at controlling the population. These policies include the implementation of carbon taxes, the promotion of renewable energy sources, and the restriction of individual freedoms. However, these policies are not evidence of a sinister plot to control humanity, but rather a response to the urgent need to mitigate the effects of climate change. It is also worth noting that the concept of a Satanic New World Order is a myth with no basis in reality. There is no evidence to suggest that a group of powerful individuals and organizations are working together to implement a satanic agenda. This myth is often perpetuated by misinformation and disinformation, which can have serious consequences, including the erosion of trust in institutions and the spread of hate speech. In conclusion, the idea that the Satanic New World Order makes it global warming to control us is a conspiracy theory with no basis in reality. The scientific evidence is clear: global warming is real, and it is primarily caused by human activities. The policies aimed at mitigating the effects of climate change are not evidence of a sinister plot to control humanity, but rather a response to the urgent need to protect the planet and its inhabitants. It is essential to approach this issue with a critical and nuanced perspective, recognizing the complexity of the problem and the need for evidence-based solutions. Furthermore, it is crucial to address the root causes of this conspiracy theory, including the spread of misinformation and disinformation. This can be achieved by promoting media literacy, critical thinking, and scientific education. By doing so, we can create a more informed and engaged citizenry, capable of making informed decisions about the issues that affect our planet. Ultimately, the battle against climate change requires a collective effort, based on a shared understanding of the science and a commitment to finding solutions that benefit all of humanity.